What is up, guys? Skol here, live after the most boring, insane Vikings win in Vegas, 3-0. No, that is not a typo. No, that is not a misspeak. No, it was not a hockey game, and no, it was not an MLB Twins game. The Vikings actually won 3-0. Josh, I mean, what the hell?
I have one word, AJ. Ass. That game was ass. Josh Dobbs, ass. He put balls on guys. There were a lot of drop balls, so I can't fault him on that. But he did not look good. Our offensive line, ass. Our
Oh man,
defense, awesome. The only good
amazing.
the only good takeaway I have from this game is the defense because our offense looks like it looks like a team that just got formed at OTAs and they're playing together for the first time. I mean, there is no like it's just ass. It's ass, AJ. And I'm just like, this team is 7-6 and they're pushing to make the playoffs. I just don't. I have zero confidence, and it fucking sucks because we won. I should be happy, and I am happy that we got a win. But fuck, we looked like shit.
Yeah, I mean, I can't disagree with you there. When you got Nick Mullins that comes in and gets more yards than Dobbs had all game on, what was it, 2 drives that he had? I
Something like that.
mean, and you had a week to prepare for this. You had a week to draw shit up. You had a week to get ready. And
It,
remember when everyone was saying, "Oh, the offensive line was elite," and I was like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 let's pump the brakes." I'm glad we did, because holy fuck. And granted, a
ass.
lot of guys got hurt today. Brian O'Neill went out in the second quarter towards the end, didn't look good. Dalton Reisner went out, couldn't put any weight on his leg. Like, we are a hospital ass fucking team.
Ass. Just ass. JJ coming back was great. Dobbs was throwing suicide passes to him. JJ gets lit up over the middle. He goes to the fucking hospital with a chest injury. Granted, they said it was for precaution, but holy shit! I am so in disbelief. I mean, like you said, we had 2 weeks. We had the whole fucking bye and another week to prepare for this game, and they just had no sense of urgency. Alexander Madison looked okay. He had 66 yards on 10 carries. I mean, pretty good.
Finally,
Um, finally, yeah, he looked good. TJ Hawkinson must have dipped his fingers in butter before the game because he couldn't catch shit for 3 quarters. Um, our offensive line, man, and Brian O'Neill got hurt, which sucks, but God, these last 2 games, Montez Sweat made him look like shit. And Max Crosby was just dominating him today. Dominating him today. This team is so fucking frustrating, AJ. 24 years I've been doing this shit. And they just every week, God, it pisses me off. But we won, so who cares?
we won. We did it. We survived out of Vegas with all of our chips. Or maybe not all of them, but I mean, guys were dropping like flies. Madison ends up getting hurt sometime in the third quarter, so you had to roll Chandler. He looked not great. Like, we still have weeks to go. We still have a key stretch. We still have 2 games that if we win against the Lions, we can win the division. Does it even matter now? Like, this, it literally looks like early 2000s football. It looks like, I don't want to be like that crazy guy, but it looks like Baltimore Ravens, like, defense carry you. Oh, I'm tough, and the offense just can't do shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it's looking like right now. Like, and maybe it changes. I hope Nick Mullins starts the rest of the way. Like, you can't spin it any other way now. Like, and to everybody that I offended by saying Josh Dobbs, blah 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 blah, go ahead and at me. Go ahead and walk up to me in public and tell me I suck, because that wasn't it. Like, I thought Josh Dobbs would have it. I thought he would. Like, I mean, he's literally smarter than that. I don't know. I don't think he has the skills to put it together as a QB.
He's not the pastronaut anymore, AJ. He is the astronaut. ASS. That's where his ass is going to be on the bench all fucking week for the rest of the season. I just like And he came in, he won us a couple games. It was fun. We had a lot of fun those couple weeks that he won.
Sure
But
did.
he has just looked fucking terrible. And now I don't know where you go. I mean, I you got to roll with Nick Mullins. I think you almost need to prepare Jaron Hall as the 2. I don't know. I don't know. At one point in this game, I was almost rooting for a 0-0 tie. That hasn't happened, AJ, since 1943. That would have been fun. It would have been fun, but just I don't know, man. This team is Ivan Pace is a dog. He's a dog. 13 tackles, 1 sack, a huge interception at the end of the game. He is a beast. I just man, there's never a dull week as a Vikings fan. Never.
There never is. There never is. This KOC ride these past this year and change has been insane because every game has been a one-score game, win or loss. Like, we just can't escape it. It doesn't, like, we keep saying, oh, this is the week we're going to beat them. No, we're not that team yet. Like, it's just not there this year. Our boy Johnny Mickelson chimes in. I watched a circus act the last quarter. So do we, man. I mean, holy fuck. And it looked like, I mean, that backflip that Ivan Pace did, he deserves to be, trying out for Cirque du Soleil. Like, I mean, the Raiders weren't doing much either. Josh Jacobs ends up getting hurt. Devontae Adams was a non-factor, which is a good thing. Jacoby Myers got some work early, but he didn't do anything. And right when it looked like they were going to start doing stuff, we ended up getting a couple fumbles. So this defense, we said that they had to step up a couple weeks ago, and by God, they've done it.
They have. Yeah, this defense has given up what? 1 touchdown in the last 3 games. Something like that. Brian Flores is a great D coordinator. Give him everything in the world to stay here next year. But this offense needs to figure something out. You got 4 games left on the season. They're all crucial. You got to figure this offense out, or we are going to look foolish if we make the playoffs. You have to score points. You have to score points in this league. And I miss Kirk. I tweeted it out during the game. I miss Kirk. It was a photo of him with a mullet. Follow me on Twitter, _JM Burns. A little plug there. But yeah, it's not having Kirk sucks. Granted, Dobbs took 5 sacks, so I don't know if Kirk could have gotten out of those, but this team needs a leader at the quarterback position, and I really, really hope we can find it next week.
Yeah, I think Nick Mullins has to be the guy. If you can get him working, he knows the system. He's been in it. It looks like he was playing like a baby diet Kirk Cousins. So if you can get JJ back and all that stuff was, just a precaution with his rib going to the hospital, if he's all good and Mullins is a starter, you roll into Cincinnati, you put together a good game plan, this thing is going to work. Like, because if he's just a diet Kirk Cousins, and if he can just make the right throws and not turn the ball over, and if the run game can be there just a little bit, like 60, 70 yards a game, little surprise, little pops here and there, we could do something. Like, because right now, like, everybody behind us lost today. The Seahawks lost. The Packers are in a weird spot. I mean, everyone behind us is falling. The Lions lost again today. Like, there is a chance to do something if you can be competent on offense, which I didn't think we would ever be saying that at this point this season. But when you have injuries to your top 2 guys and then other shit, like, holy hell.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, we won. We got to win, but it's just demoralizing. I think, like, I don't even know if I want to say this, but I don't know if making the playoffs is a good thing at this point. Seriously, because we're going to go to the playoffs with this shit offense that hasn't been able to do anything for weeks, and you're going to get a worse draft pick. Now, and I hate to say it, but fuck, they need to figure this out now, because next week we've got Cincinnati at noon on a Saturday. That's fun. That's great. We'll talk about it Thursday, but their quarterback went down today. Jake Browning got hurt. AJ McCarron came in. I don't know if Browning's going to play next week. I don't know how bad his injury was. We might have an AJ McCarron and Nick Mullins shootout, which I would rather not watch. That sounds awful. I don't know. This game just needs to get watch the film tomorrow and just forget about this shit and figure out an offensive game plan and score a damn touchdown next week. Please.
Yep, it's been a rough couple weeks with the offense. I mean, but Dobbs was the issue. He just was, because you can't get anything going in the offensive line. Like I said, we wanted to be all hip and spry to hit him with that elite tag. No, they're not. Like, it's not happening. It's just not. So I don't know. Like, I have some confidence in Nick Mullins, and I have great confidence in this defense because holy fuck, they rocked today.
Yeah, defense was was stellar. But yeah, I am so concerned about this damn offense. I don't know. I guess we're big Nick Mullins fans now, and we'll see. I don't know, man. Josh Dobbs was just ass. He looked like we just brought him in on Wednesday. He just had no sense of urgency. There were so many overthrows, so many throws that should have been hit right between the numbers, and he overthrew guys, and God, just so fucking frustrating. But we won, AJ, and that's all that matters. We won.
How did he look better in the game that he came in on a 3-day notice versus he's been in the system now for what, a month and change, and it's just gotten worse.
Right.
How does that work?
He comes in hardly knowing any fucking plays, and he won a couple games, and now he has a couple weeks under his belt, and he's regressed terribly. He's regressed, and the offensive line has regressed. Just so many frustrating things today. At the end of the game, there, you need a crucial first down, and Oakland calls a timeout. Okay, we go back to the huddle, gives us some more time to draw up a play. We come out, we call another timeout, and then we come out, and then we get a delay a game. How the fuck do you get a delay a game after your own timeout? What are we doing? It's just so, God, this team just drives me nuts. I love them, but they drive me nuts.
Yeah, that was kind of insane. Like, how do you get called for a delay game coming out of a timeout? Like, I don't know.
And then I don't know, man. On to Cincinnati. Fuck it. We're going to Cincinnati. We're 7-6. Let's just roll on. Let's just shit. Frustrating. But we won.
I don't know. Sometimes some of the little stuff like that kind of worries me about this whole KOC thing. Like, it seems like he's a little bit eager to kind of, throw a little more when we don't really have the facilities to, and, weird stuff like that. Like, what happens in that situation where you can't, like, you had a minute or two to figure out what you're going to do when you get up to the line? What the fuck is happening? Yeah.
And I get you need to get up there and like kind of just diagnose the defense and see what they're doing. But shit, you knew what play you were going to call, and you knew what, your check out of that was going to be. How do you get up there and take a delay of game when it, like, at one of the most crucial points in the game? It's frustrating. I don't know.
I'm going to run you through some stats because. So both teams had 8 punts. Well, 9 if you count 9 for us if you count the weird field goal little bloop. Yeah. And my mom was like, "What the heck was that?" And I'm like, "Well, it's better in that situation to just punt it and do something weird than to kick a field goal and have it get blocked. Like, how Vikings would that be if we're lining up to kick a field goal, just, blah, 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 got to do something, and then it gets blocked and it goes back to the house. Like, something weird like that happened with the Raiders last year. I mean, that was even weirder, but yeah. So Max Crosby dominated our ass, 2 sacks, 4 quarterback hits. He was a monster. Devontae Adams, 7 catches. Thank you for cashing the hire. We'll get into that towards the end here with our friends at Underdog. But yeah, Josh Jacobs, we kind of talked about him in the pregame maybe being a factor. He was not. 13 carries, 34 yards. Going to the other side of things, TJ Hawkinson, 5 catches, 53 yards. Addison has been a non-factor. KJ Osborne has been a non-factor. Justin Jefferson had 27 yards on 2 catches before he went to the fucking hospital. So that was super cool. And then Nick Mullins had 20 more yards than Josh Dobbs. Nick Mullins 83 to Dobbs 63. And Dobbs got sacked 5 times. So that was super cool.
Yeah. Yeah, defense played well. Held Adams there quite a bit. Jacobs got hurt, so that kind of obviously sucks for the Raiders.
4 sacks today for the Vikings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. It's just from a fan football watching experience. Punt, missed field goal, punt, end of the half, punt, fumble, punt, field goal, interception, punt. So fun. If you are a fan of punters, you were in heaven today because there were a lot of them.
The old heads were enjoying that one for sure. Like anybody that's 55 plus, that always screamed to me. My gym teacher was like that. In my senior year, he was like, "Oh, what happened to the old football, the old days? I'd rather watch a 10-7 game." Well, here you freaking go, Mr. Westerman. Like, I hope you enjoyed it because that was fucking disgusting. 3-0. Like I said, baseball ass score, first quarter, first possession, basketball ass score, high scoring soccer game ass score. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
I've got a couple other weird stats for you.
Sure.
So that was the lowest scoring NFL game since 2007. I don't remember who was involved in that game, but yeah. Lowest scoring game played indoors in NFL history.
Wow.
Now, I know they haven't been playing football indoors for very long, and it's maybe the more unpopular choice, but that's hard to beat. The last Vikings shutout came in 2017. That was against the Green Bay Packers. Delicious. And then, like you pointed it out, the Vikings defense hasn't allowed a touchdown in 2 straight games, 1 touchdown in the last 3 games. So they're catching fuego.
Yep. Let's yeah, I don't know. On to Cincinnati. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah.
Let's pack it up. We're 7-6.
That's right.
We're in control of the 6th seed. You know what? I would rather let's make the playoffs. Let's feel good about what we did because then KOC can be up there for Coach of the Year when he gets snuffed again.
Yeah. Let's get in there. Who knows? Anything can happen, but
screw draft picks because obviously that doesn't freaking matter.
Yeah. Lewis Cine.
Yeah. Ivan Pace, the guy that just dominated our defense today. We picked him off the street.
Yep.
So does draft position really matter? Don't at me. I want to make the goddamn playoffs. I don't want to sit at home again. That shit's boring.
Fuck it.
I don't want to have to write a blog about bandwagon teams. Who should you root for? Who cares?
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. But on to Cincinnati. AJ and I will be here Thursday before the Thursday night game. We'll be chatting it up. Be sure to like, comment, share with your friends. Stay at a Skol to the moon. Let's go on to Cincinnati.
What's the Thursday night game?
Probably ass. I think it's
Chargers,
Jets
Raiders.
Chargers. Oh, great. And Herbert went down today. Who knows how long he's out? Shit, there are so many quarterback injuries this year.
Andy SU legend Easton Stick came in.
Wow, that's Easton Stick versus Aiden O'Connell. Might be the game of the year. We might have another 3-0 game on our hands next Thursday.
Yeah, that's going to be disgusting, but we'll be here for you, giving you props and giving you Vikings pregame to the Bengals.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here, though, I'm going to tell you about our friends at Underdog Fantasy. They present this show. They sponsor us, and they've been doing a hell of a job this year with that deposit match in our sponsor. So Underdog Fantasy in the Pick'em game. Just pick higher or lower on your favorite or least favorite player stats, and you can win up to 20 times your money in a single night. Underdog keeps it super simple with their easy-to-use website and mobile apps. Pick between 2 and 5 players to fill out your Pick'em entry. Get every pick right and take home some cold hard cash. Use the code 10K and get your first deposit doubled up to $100 by Underdog Fantasy. So, yeah, the deposit match is coming in clutch. I had a play today that I did not tweet out. My apologies, but Maybe you don't want to tweet me anyway after the garbage run that I've been on, but Devontae Adams, we got him at the bump, 6 even receptions. He hit on the last drive on that weird little throw the ball around, but it counted as a catch, so we'll take it. And then for the Vikings side, we took Josh Metellus. I've been really liking those combo with the tackle and assists with the, like Hicks was the hot one. Bynum, every time I was like, yeah, he was like, no. So we took Metellus today, and he hit pretty much like late third, early fourth quarter. So we were able to scoop some coins. So hopefully we'll have a 2-man for you guys next week. But yeah, Underdog Fantasy, they've been doing some great work for us, and great work hopefully for your pockets if you're able to get in on a deposit match and get yourself some picks in. So shout out to Underdog Fantasy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what a game it was, 3-0. And I don't think we'll ever have to talk about this one again. So we'll just end it there. But man, this defense is coming together, and we've got to have high hopes. It's going to be it's going to be a interesting way to end the year, whether that's good or bad.
Yep. We've got at the very least 4 more Vikings football games, so let's enjoy them. But yeah, on to Cincinnati. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Let's go, man. On to the Bengals.
On to the Bengals. Let's do it. For AJ and Josh, thanks for watching. Thank you for listening. We will see you Thursday. See you later.
Hey, guys.